So in this video, I'm gonna show you what it's like to lose 1 million funding accounts from FTMO and my fresh fund in total. So in this video, I'm gonna show you two versions. One spreadsheet is currently how I lose and bleeding my account to debt, and another spreadsheet is how I trade profitable and using my edge to get money from FTMO on April and March. So you actually have like two spreadsheets to compare and learn from it. They are different timing and they are different spreadsheets. One is profitable and one is not profitable. So you can see the contracts and learn from both of them. And you know what is funny? I actually vote no on the YouTube community tab. I actually use my personal account to vote no, so I don't need to do the video stuff. But somehow people just keep voting yes, and here I am. You know, when showing your winning on social media, it feel good, but when you show your failure, it feel vulnerable, and sometimes it feel like you are naked and standing in front of thousands of people, and somehow people just love seeing me naked over and over again, and it's just so weird. Anyway, if let's make it short about the emotion. The emotion is when you lose, it doesn't matter how much. The more money you lose, the longer it takes for you to actually observe the loss. But the first day it always sucks. But eventually things will get better, and you're gonna spend time with your losses. You're gonna be sad, you're gonna be upset, you're gonna be disappointed to yourself, feel whatever you need to feel, and then when you balance your mental, when you balance your mind, open the laptop and just learn from the losses. That's just another day in trader's life, and eventually things will get better and better and get more boring and more easy over the long period of time. And even for me, it's not easy, but it is possible. One day at a time. And yeah, because it's gonna be a long video, so if you want to take the value, it's gonna be a lot of values, because I didn't hide anything. And yeah, I wish you good luck.
Please like and subscribe to support my work. Thank you.
Alright guys, here is the thing. Before going to the video, make sure that you have an open mind and leave your ego outside of the door. Because honestly, when my first 2 years or 3 years, every time I learned something new, price action, indicators, Sonic R, SMA, EMA, RSI, stochastic, MACD, whatever, and even just a risk management plan, I felt like I know everything, and every time I saw someone is losing, I judge, and I thought that I know better than them, and this trader sucks or some shit, and I always think that I'm gonna make it, and I always think that I'm better than them. But let me tell you the truth, after more than 13 years, I don't know anything about anyone, and neither are you. You don't know anything. Every one of us, we have a different life. We have a different circumstance. We start in a very different timing in life. I don't have a prop when I first started trading. I don't have a trading view when I first started trading. Or maybe I do, but I don't know. I don't have an ICT. I don't have any kind of stuff like that. I have a lot of scam mentors in my life, but you may not need them, and you may avoid them with all the knowledge that's shared on YouTube today. So just one single question is, are you ready? If you're ready and you are not judging, enjoy the video. But if you do, really, you can just see my failure after the next few minutes, and if you are happy about it, then congratulations. But trust me, you don't want that. You don't want that short satisfaction seeing someone failure. Trading have enough failed traders. Let's not be that one. Enjoy. So this is the first account. Net profit down to 36. And here is a trading history, trading days. See, all right. So this is the first account. Remember the number, all right. All right. So let me reload this one. So this one is the second account. You see. So basically that is 600k live funded. Yeah, and I didn't even get the first withdrawal. That's okay. Trading days, all right. Let's focus on the real topic today, which is how you can learn to break down your failures and learn from it. And here is the FTMO dashboard. In FTMO, I actually failed at phase 2. I didn't get into the funded line account. So basically 400k. So on the account that is around 1 million. Now let's go into the video and do the breakdown. Reload this. See, okay. Okay, before we go in, let's see the equity curve. I forget to add it. Chart. Here is the equity curve. It cut to my horizontal line or vertical line. Minimum, let's say here. So here is the equity curve. All right. So let's move here. So that is. I usually keep things very simple. I don't want a fancy things because we don't need the fancy stuff. Here is the thing, and here is FTMO, which is the equity curve that when I follow my trading plan and everything. You need to understand that my risk management is my personal thing. If I find it too large to follow or too hard to follow, I will find a way, or I'm gonna lose, and I'm gonna lose, and I'm gonna lose. Because my risk management plan may not fit you, and your risk management plan may not fit in me. And here is basically the risk parameter that I use in March and April on FTMO. And by now I actually have some reducing the risk on FTMO compared to my direct fund. But I do want to confirm with you that risk management plan, if you are risking big and you feel like it's fitting you, then go ahead and that's it. Don't let anyone tell you how much you should risk, period. If years ago I will tell you to do blah blah blah, but the more I have been here, the longer I have been here, I realize that every of us, we have so many different factors, personality, circumstance, stress in life. Alright, here is a breakdown. Well, when I sit between two type of data like this, the first thing you can see is the daily limit. You can see my daily limit is basically 2 trades a day. But right here you can see the first thing I did wrong is I break my daily limit. Here is a bad one, and let's say here's a good one. Alright, so compared to this, you see I respect my daily limit, and one day I actually trade more than I should. Even I take profit, I break my limits. But just one day in almost like 3 weeks. So and right here you can see I break my daily limit almost every day, every day. And after I got a win right here, I got my shit back together, and but still I lost my temper, and yeah. So the daily limit, bad. The second thing is, let's say you can see my risk right here. So basically you can see that, let's filter the result for all the losses. Now you can see from here most of my loss are around 1 hour, right? Around 1 hour. And most of my risk right here, there's just one day that I over risk right here, 7,000. And I was honest with myself and I marked this down. So from there we can see that the good thing is that I respected the risk. So from here you can see that even that you respect your risk, but if your win rate is too low, like this, 70%, 17%, I think that's the lowest one this year. That's the reason why even your risk management plan is solid, but your strike rate is just so low somehow. The win rate smaller than 30%. Why I used 30%? Because my trading data for a few years show that most of my trades after a series of trades, it all comes down to the number of 30%. And if I go below this, it's absolutely gonna bleeding. If you are respecting your risk, which is a good thing, but your strike rate is so low and you overtrade like this, eventually you are going to bleeding until your account is dead. That's the reason why even you like 1% per trade, 2% per trade, or 1.5% per trade, or even 0.5% per trade, it's just one piece of the whole picture. And if you keep losing like I did here, eventually you will still lose. So this is two things that I need to consider. For every trade, I mark down the chart. For every and after a few trades, I do daily reflection. So I journal my feelings, my trades. So this is a good thing, because right now when I have a, like, I possibly just click there and see me talking to myself, and same here, everything is just right here for me to learn. So you can see that another thing is the risk reward. So most of my, now let's filter the win right here. So most of my win are small. I got some big win right here, but most of the win are here quite small, smaller than one. That sucks. Because now compared to this one, if I compare to this one, let's say that filter so you see it more clearly here, you can see that my risk reward ratio is amazing, right? So the first thing, so my win are small. Let's just my win are smaller than 1 hour. And what else between the two things? So you can see that most of my trades are set and forget. And what does set and forget mean? It means that I literally just find a trade, I place the stop loss, take profit, I leave it. Either it go to stop loss or either it go to take profit. And right here, just seeing how smoothly it is. It's just too tight right here that I close the trade manually. And this trade I didn't set and forget. What does that mean? That means that I was watching the chart. If I don't set and forget, then I was like monitoring the chart. And when you do set and forget, the upside that you don't have an emotion, and you actually protect your mental capital. Because like you place a trade, you believe in your plan, you believe in your trading analysis, and you don't give a shit if the result, the outcome is, you know that over the series of trade like this, you win. Because here you see, even that I lose, sorry for the accent, even that I lose 4 trades in a row, but because I set and forget, because I respecting and I believing that over the long period of time I will be profitable, and I just keep that strong mind, and I should keep doing the same thing like this, set and forget, and it turned out beautifully on the equity curve. But right here you can see that most of my trade, why I remove the set and forget column, but why? Because now looking at this, when I most of my trades are actually manually closed. This one is set and forget. This one, I believe it is not really set and forget because they overtrade. This one too small. I actually don't close my trade in such small amount of reward. So that is manual close. That is absolutely manual close. So basically, there are only 2 trades that I actually set and forget, and it go to the take profit. Otherwise, the trade, the loss, it is small, but the loss right here is 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, like 1 negative and 1 negative. The loss, even the loss, it needs to be in a stable amount, which is when I set and forget, the loss is in very stable amount right here, around -1, -1. But right here you can see that. Let me try to filter it so you see it's more easier here. You can see that the loss right here is the all over the place. The value of my loss, they are not stable. Let's try to do a chart here. The value of my loss is supposed to be around, let's say, from this zone to this zone, but somehow they should keep it is too low, or it is too, like, it just keep not stable. You see, I want the value to be around 1 negative or 0.8 negative something. But right here, if you see right here, you're gonna see the difference. Here's the loss. I'm more like here. It basically just really here is a little bit up, but eventually they are very around, just around the sweet zone. And what does that mean? It actually, when my loss are all over the place, some small loss, some standard loss, but keep bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. What does that mean? It means that my emotion pattern or breaking. It's like I'm doing something I shouldn't, and because I break my daily limit, it called me to pick like low accuracy trade. And because I pick the low accuracy trade, and because I overtrade, I don't have a confidence in my trading model anymore, or a little lower. And when I lost that sense of confidence, eventually my you can see here, my loss is just getting smaller, some small, some big, some small, some big, because I just keep close and open new one, close and open new one, and they are my emotional patterns chain, and that means I lost my mental edge. And another one is let's say I close, I keep open, close position. That means that I keep changing my bias. You know, when you are trading, you have a bias, and then you lost the faith in your bias. You basically like in the two-way street. You just keep churning and churning and churning, and you just bleeding your account to to that, because when you lose the 2 trade and you close the chart and you come back tomorrow, it's actually a good thing, because you have a bias and you wrong, so you learn why it's wrong and you come back tomorrow. But when your bias is wrong and you keep trading, you keep trying, it's usually a bad thing. So that is a second. Here's something. The good thing is that I actually respect the risk. The only one time right here I over risk. I journal my feeling right here. Quickly reflection, daily reflection. I journal my trades. What is the reason? I just need to click to it and I can see it. And the bad thing is I overtrade. I break my daily limit all the time. And when you overtrade, it actually kills your energy. It's like it make me drained. It make me tired. And when I was tired, then my decisions are poor. The winning rate is lower, because when I overtrade and I trade the whole day and I keep changing my bias right here, my win rate is gonna suck. And my emotional pattern change, I lost my mental edge. When I set a trade and I close it early, or I open more trade and then I just close it, that means I'm doing something wrong emotionally and systematically. And another thing is, now let's filter the win. And I'm gonna see that most of my win are on Bitcoin. But then let's filter the losses. Most of my losses are all over the place. So what does it mean? What does it mean? It means that it's not the pair, it's me. Because when you see you are losing on every pair and you actually win on the same pair that you lose the most, so that means that it's actually you. It's actually you that screw up, not the pairs, not season, not your trading model. Alright, so right here we can see on this thing, we can see that most of my trade are floating one. What is float? That means that I actually open one trade at a time. Right here, I think I scale in 2 trade, 3 trade, 4 trade, and they all close at profit. 1 trade losses, and then most of the time 1 trade at a time. So, but right here you can see the pattern. I open 2 trade same time, open 2 trade same time, different pair, 2 trade, 3 trade, 1 pair, 2 trade, 1 pair. So what does it mean? Right here, 3 trade, 1 pair. So what does this mean? I scale. It doesn't mean, I don't care scale in or scale out. I suck. Simple as that. That's something I'm not good at. And it's basically something that I want to prevent myself from doing. I'm not good at it. For years, the data that I collected, whenever I scale, my edge decrease. And right now it just reflects even more obviously. So from everything that I just showed you, I think I show you basically everything. Here is, let's say, room for improvements. Well, daily limit. I got to reduce the trade frequency. That means I'm gonna stick to my trade, my daily limit, which is proven to be working perfectly for me. And right here, and my win rate is so low. What does that mean? You can see the win rate right here is fluctuating around 40% and 30%, and that is my sweet spot. this one is actually high. I'm gonna stay in 40% and I'm happy. And that is just too low. What does that mean? Be patient and wait for more confirmation. And it also means that consider limit stop orders. The thing is, most of the entry I refer the market order, but the fact is my entries is not perfect. It's not good as I wanted it to be. And usually I just really like to just execute the trade because like I don't want to miss the opportunity. But the thing is, if I can be patient, which I doubt it, and use limit order and stop order to use the momentum of the market and or to use the pullback of the market, the retracement thing, it actually improved my edge a lot. That's something that I always want to do. It's the limit order. Right here, even that I use mostly market order as well. But if I can consider limit and orders, then really it is something that I want to implement. Even it's not something fit my personality, but that's something I know for a fact that it's gonna change the game for me. And what else? My wins are smaller than 1 hour. If I reduce my trade frequency and I respecting my daily limit, then my mental capital is gonna be reserved, and every trade I execute, I'm gonna have a more faith, more trust in it, compared to just shorting and trading all over the place. And if I be patient and wait for more confirmation, my win rate increase, and that also allow me to believe more in the trade model and just keep doing it, believing that after a series of trade, my expectancies is positive. If I cannot do the three things, be patient and wait for more confirmation, reduce the trade frequencies, then my win are gonna keep open, close, and I'm gonna, so one thing led to another. My emotional pattern, I lost my mental edge. It's all, it come back to the daily limit thing, and it come back to scaling. Well, when I scale, I actually increase the lot size, right? Same risk, but more lot size. What does that mean? That means the stop loss is going to be reduced to a level that I believe is safe. And usually that lot size going to kick something mentally. Now the stop loss is too small, and even that is same risk. Our mentality when we using small stop loss is kind of really different. It really can easily bring bad emotion and stuff. So basically, stop scaling. In, out. I'm very bad at taking partial, really. Scaling in, scaling out, no scaling any kind. And reduce Bitcoin trading. Why? My Fred fund spread thing. When I trade Bitcoin, what is the spread? Here you can see I supposed to lose 4,000 because a little slip a little spread, and I lost bigger. It's always bigger. So let's reduce Bitcoin trading. What else? What else I can? So basically, the two things that I'm proud of myself is that I respect the risk. I don't over leverage. I don't risk more than I should. But still, I'm leading to that. And I journal my feeling. I journal my training plan. This is a new column right here. You can see the new drawdown column. I just added it. I removed a few things. My journal, I always find something to improve it. And the reason that I don't share the journal for you, because you need to find the data that you want to see, you want to collect. You could not collect what I am collecting, because what I need might not what you need. But you understand it. In the journaling video, I may guide you how to do this thing. It's very basic, but I'm not going to share the seeds, because if you can do the seed, you can edit and you can like customize and personalize it to collect the data that you are really need. You see? But if I just share to you, spoon fed to you, you collect what I collecting, but that's not yours. You need to find what you need. Your data is going to be different. If you are using indicator, you're going to have some column like for the indicator. If you're using supply demand, you're going to have a column for supply demand stuff. Whatever you are using, I don't care, but what you are collecting and what you want to see, to study, going to be different. You're going to need like maybe more simple version than I am. You may need something more advanced. Maybe you are data scientist and you have a more knowledge than I am, and you can collect more data than I am. But some people, they prefer simplicity. Some people, they prefer complex stuff. That's really why I got to say it again. You need to customize and do journaling what fit you. Everything in trading, everything is personal. Everything. You don't take what is mine and you do your thing, and I don't take what's yours and I do my thing. I have a lot of channel, different template, a lot of different kind, crypto, forex, how to hold stuff, so many channel, and I even use the channel from someone else, or the website, the tool, whatever, even not whatever. But you will need something that you love, something that you like. Because if you use them, what is mine, and you don't like it, you don't like the energy it gives you, you're not gonna journal. Let's say you are a scalper, and you scalp like 20 trades a day. You cannot do this. It's basically like tired. You don't want to do that. Seriously, if you are a scalper, you are gonna change the way you channel, and you cannot channel like me. And if you're a swing trader, you may find this one interesting. So, how I'm gonna improve my trading on the next trade? I'm gonna respect my daily limit. I think this one is crucial. And of course, I'm gonna wait. And if I lose, I still don't give a shit. I'm gonna respect my daily limit. And when I respect my daily limit, I respect my mental capital. And every trade on the next day is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be like when your mental capital is full, your decision is more clear, and your trade is gonna have a higher chance to succeed. And I'm gonna stop scaling in and out. I don't like scaling, but my mind just pushed me. I'm gonna stop trading Bitcoin for a while or reducing it. Somehow I just really like trading Bitcoin. Even this out right now, it just keeps sideways, consolidating. And yeah, consider better entry with limit orders. So basically, you can see that there are a lot to learn. And yeah, that's it. I hope you find this insightful and learn something from it. I wish you good luck and good trading.